bikes and face an issue, is it the correct size for us or not? But accidentally, if you buy a wrong size bike, how can we adjust to make it work for you? As you can see, this is a size 51 bike and I ride a size 56. I am really uncomfortable on this one. I am sure I can't do long rides on this. And injury prone too. But there are three contact points which are important. One is your handlebar, the other is your saddle, and the third is your pedal. So if we can alter these to an extent, we will be able to get the size right for us. There are numerous things available, so you can actually move your saddle up. You can use a longer or a shorter crank arm. You can use a longer stem. So stems are available in a lot of sizes. So this is a 110, this is a 100, this is a 90, and you have stems which can actually turn on its axis. So this would be the distance, plus you can move it upwards also. Right? So there is another joint here, another hinge joint here in the middle of the stem. So I'll show you. So let's do an exercise. Let's get this bike to my size. This bike is currently used by my son, who is around 5 feet 4 inches, and I am 6'1". As a rough estimate, you can pull the saddle and get it to your hip bone high. There is a small crest here. You can feel a bony protuberance. You just pull the saddle. Yeah, I just got it here to the height. You need to be careful that usually there is a mark on the seat post which says that don't get it below this. A substantial amount of the seat post has to be within the tube. So that's a cone. Now you can see the difference. If I get on now, I am able to fully extend my leg and I am able to bike more comfortably. The other thing you can do is to increase your reach. So let's say I want to get more aerodynamic. I can replace this stem with a longer one and I'll get more aerodynamic. The types of stems, so we can actually have stems which are fixed angle. So these could be a flat stem which would be a 0 degrees. Then we can have a plus 5 degrees, minus 5 degrees, plus 10 degrees, minus 10 degrees stems. So like this one, this one is a minus 5 degree stem. You can see it's drooping downwards. This one is in straight stem. Oh, the angle is 6 degrees in this. So you would find that in the stem itself. This stem, whereas, has a variable angle. So you can just unlock this axis here. Let's say you have difficulty in bending over. You can actually move the stem like this. So if it comes like this, you would be able to get your handlebar even higher. Only downside of getting to a lower stem is that your handling dynamics change. A longer stem would be the angle required to move the bike or maneuver the bike would be less in a longer stem as compared to a shorter stem. You have to put more effort in a shorter stem. It gets tougher to ride in a shorter stem. You want to get aero, you want to get down, you want to get low. This is the position, let's say. I'm riding the bike in this position. Now, I can actually go further. I can use the longer stem. I can use a wider handlebar. I can move my seat forwards. The seat can move forwards. These are the three dynamics, but this bike has now become rideable for me. I can go out, I can sprint, I can do whatever I want. Most of the riding things I can do. So just by simply adjusting the saddle, you are able to manage most of the issues you would have faced. Is the length of the stem, the angle of the handlebar. You can actually move your handlebar upwards, put your levers slightly lower on this, and you should be able to adjust it. You can move your saddle forwards and backwards. You can increase the height of your seat post. You can use a longer crank arm, a crank with a longer crank arm or a shorter crank arm. All these things will change the dynamics of your riding, and you should be able to use your bike better. In case any one of you is facing any issue in fixing up your bike, you can comment below. I would try and get in touch with you and lead you through how to adjust your bike and set up your bike for proper fit.
The size guide by one of the reputed bike manufacturer. So if you look closely, you'll find that the seat tube is 5 centimeter lower than the frame size. Frame size 44, seat tube is 39. Frame size 56, seat tube is around 52.5. 4 to 5 centimeters less, which is very easily manageable by increasing the crank length or by increasing the seat tube length. The other thing which needs to be paid attention is the point E, which is effective top tube. If you look, effective top tube, the difference between the size number and the effective top tube length. So let's say I want to increase the size from 52 to 56. I am increasing the frame size by 4 centimeters. I am increasing the effective top tube by 1.5 centimeters. So usually it is nearly half or less than that amount. So you can actually compensate this by increasing the stem length by this amount. So I have created a rough calculator which I'll share with you. So if you look here, so what I understand is the frame size is equal to seat tube plus 5 centimeters. This for higher frame sizes, obviously it will get to a 3 centimeter or 4 centimeter, but you can take the rough reference from the table. You can take a screenshot. This can be effectively managed by increasing the seat post length or the crank arm. So increasing the crank arm, you would be able to increase the overall extension of your leg, how low it actually gets. The only flip side is when you move your leg upwards, the same the knee will rise by the similar amount. So that can be managed by increasing the saddle height. So overall, you can use the seat tube plus 5 centimeters you can add, and you should be at that number. As you would have also noticed that the seat tube angle changes. So as the size increase, the seat tube angle also changes. So you might have to push your saddle slightly forwards. But I think that you can always do at the time of fine adjustment of your bike size. Top tube length difference is the half of the size difference. So this top tube, the horizontal tube, which connects your seat tube to your handlebar, uh, the length difference. So let's say we are moving from size 54 to 56. The difference in this size would be 1 centimeter for a 2 centimeter increase in the size. So you can actually increase the stem size by half of this. In case stem is not available, you can actually go ahead by pushing the saddle backwards. So let's say if I have to compensate for a centimeter, I can actually compensate by around 10 odd 5 odd by the stem increase, or 5 by pushing the saddle backwards. So I think for one or two size up or down, you should be able to manage by these small changes. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for stopping by and spending your time here. Do let me know if you have any further queries. I'll try and answer most of the comments. Thank you.